What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today, we've got a special priority request from Lena. Lena, thank you so much for your generosity and support of the channel. We truly appreciate it. We are going to be checking out the amazing Dan Vasc with his performance of The Sound of Silence. So I'm going to be honest with you. Steven did a reaction to the Disturbed version of this. And it was supposed to be really great. I'm sure it was epic. I have not heard this song in a long time. I've actually never heard the Disturbed version myself. Honestly, I don't even know if I've heard the original version of the song. The only way I remember the song is hearing it in the Trolls movie, watching it with my kids. So I'm sure Dan Vasc's version is going to be pretty epic compared to the version that was in the Trolls movie. But I got to keep it real with you guys. That was the last time, and potentially I think maybe the only time in my lifetime I've heard it. So I'm excited to hear Dan's take on it. I know it's going to be epic. I know it's going to be emotional, and I know he's going to crush it. But before we get going, a few ways you guys can continue to support the channel. You can head on over to Patreon and become a member there. Or if that doesn't work for you, right here on YouTube, you can become a channel member. Both of those are going to get you access to all sorts of features, exclusive perks, and priority requests. Or for a one-time donation through Buy Me a Coffee, you can also get a guaranteed request and have a video that me or Steven will check out right here on the channel. All right, y'all. I'm excited. I know Dan's going to bring the fire, so let's get into it. All right, y'all. Here we go. Dan Vasc with his cover of The Sound of Silence. I know it's going to be epic. Let's see what it's all about. The piano's just haunting.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street light. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence.
So I don't know that I've ever heard him sing like this. Now, granted, I'm only like a couple videos into his catalog and a few snippets here and there, but everything that I've heard has been like him like belting out this power metal stuff, really high up in his register, which is just cool. I love that stuff. But this is really cool too. This is like, he's singing. He's not necessarily, I don't think, bottoming out in his register, but it's nice and smooth and low. It feels kind of like intimate, like with the way that the lighting is done and the camera work is done. Like it feels like you and Dan are just chilling in a room and he's singing to you, which I'm sure was the intent of the video. And if that was the intent, pulled it off to perfection. This is great. It's great work all around. His voice sounds amazing. I don't know if this is a cover of all of instrumentation is all of his original stuff, or it's a cover of the Disturbed version. I really don't know. But either way, the instrumentation's super cool. His voice fits it. It's mixed really well, which I've, come to expect that he just puts out quality stuff. So yeah, this is great, man. What a haunting, just a haunting song. Like it, it's, I don't really know how to describe it other than like haunting is probably the best word. Like I'm just kind of like Normally I find myself pausing more and like commenting more, but I'm kind of just been like hooked in to him singing. I honestly didn't even want to pause it and say all this, so I'm going to be quiet now and get back into it.
Of silence, and in a naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share.
Get it, Dan.
No one dare disturb the sound of silence. Folks said I do not know. Silence like a cancer grows.
Oh man. So I love that right there where we won't call it a voice crack. I don't think his voice cracked. Or maybe it did just from the emotion of singing it. I don't know. But like right there when he said the word cancer, like you could hear that entire inflection change there. Something happened with his voice. I don't know if it was a crack from emotion or singing or what it was, but it's cool. If it was a mistake, I'm glad he left it in there. I love stuff like that. I don't think he would make a mistake, though. I'm sure it was intentional. But like in this whole section, once he went up into his register, I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, who does this remind me of? Who does he sound like right here? And then it just clicked, and it was in that moment when he had like that kind of voice crack on that word. It's Jeff Tate from Queensryche. I think it's Jeff Tate's the lead singer's name, but that guy is an amazing singer. I love Queensryche. My dad introduced me to them like back in like Empire and Operation Mindcrime and stuff like that. And I've been a big fan of them ever since. And he sounds so much like him. And that's for me, I love Jeff Tate. I think his voice is amazing. And I love Queensryche. So that's really a super high compliment. One of the highest compliments I feel like I could give was that he sounds like him in that moment. But man, the way he shifts from that, all the lower stuff to really, the instrumentation, the strings are swelling up, everything's going on. And he just brings that grit and that power into it and just matches it perfectly. He's a killer singer, man, killer musician. Gosh, I want to hear that little crack again. So y'all, in case y'all missed it, you can hear what I'm talking about. Take it back a little bit.
Just on the sound of silence. Folks said I do not know. Silence like a cancer grows.
Yeah. I love that.
Hear my words that I'm a hiding you. Take my arms that I'm a hiding you.
Grit, man.
And my words lie silent, raindrops fell and echo in the wells of silence. Hear the people bow and pray to the neon gods they made, and the sign flares out its warning.
All right, Dan. Okay.
And the words anyone has for me, and the sign said words on a prophet are written on the subway walls, in tenement halls, and whisper the sound of silence.
I love that little delay throw right there. It's subtle, but I like it.
Hey, my friends, I am here chilling
Hello,
in
Dan.
my retro room, and I have a question for you. Have you been following the dance law? Why not? Well, in case you're wondering what the hell is he talking about,
I am.
Let me refresh your memory a little bit. In the last video, I said this. So screw Murphy's Law. I'm creating a new law. It's dance law. And it goes like this. Shut up and do something.
Hey, now that's a law I can get behind. Shut up and do something.
So now I have good news for you. Not only you can follow the dance law, but now you can wear it on your body. So go now to represent.com/store/danvasc and get yourself some new epic merch. As you know, my friends, I'm all about music that gives you power so you can have yourself an epic day. See you in the next video.
All right, it looks like it was it. Man, what an epic emotional performance. That was intense. Like, what a beautiful, beautiful song. And his voice went with it perfectly. Again, I'm not super familiar with Dan, so that felt like a wide showcase of his range. For me, you know, starting off, you know, very low in his register, and in the end, he was just belting it out, man. Just that grit came out, that power. And the cool thing about it is that he had, you know, you would expect singing super high like that. Oh yeah, that's where the power comes out. He had a lot of power in his voice when he was singing lower, which is super cool. I love to hear super talented people doing anything musical, really. And, you know, I think I said in the last video, but he's the real deal, man. He's like he's a musician's musician. Like, he's a singer's singer. And what I mean by that is, like, he's someone that not, you know, even, you know, a lot of people who listen to music are not musicians. They love stuff. I don't know how many of you guys are musicians out there that listen to Dan, but like, as a musician, I've been a musician for coming up on 30 years. And like, it just makes me appreciate it that much more, because I know the talent level that he has. I know the work that he's had to put in to get to where he's at, and I respect it on every level. He seems like a super hard worker. He's also apparently hilarious, so he's not just a good musician, but he's funny. I like the little thing at the end of the video. Dan's law, shut up and do something. That's words that we can live by. Like, that's how I feel. I know that's how Steven feels. It's like, just get out there and do something. If you wait for it to be perfect, it's never going to happen. Just get out there, make it happen. Honestly, that's how we started this channel. We weren't really prepared for it. We weren't really ready for it. And we were like, you know, Steven one day was just like, you know what? I'm just going to throw up a video. And then here we are, you know, a few months later, you know, with all of you guys watching the videos, growing the community and hanging out, and we love it. It's so awesome. So those are truly, shut up and do something. Live your life by those words. Thank you, Dan. All right, y'all. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so every time we drop new content, you guys can be made aware. And as always, appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.